Okay, boys, so the other concept we looked at last week were multiples, okay? Now, a multiple is a result when you multiply a whole number with another whole number, okay? Pretty straightforward because you just need to go up in I suppose, whatever you're multiplying by. It's just somewhat of a pattern. So if we say we look at your 2 times tables, okay? The multiples of 2 would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and so on. And you could be going on forever, okay? Because multiples are infinite, and you could just continue to go until until you want to stop. So we'll stop there, okay? And generally, when we do our multiples, okay, when we list our multiples, I'd like you guys to at least write your multiples out up until the 10 times tables. So for this one, you would stop at 20, okay? Now, the second thing we looked at when we looked at multiples was something called an LCM. Okay, LCM stood for lowest common multiple. Now, and this was only really important when we compared two sets of numbers. Okay, so just write that down. Okay, so what that is when we compare two sets of numbers, we've got to find the lowest common multiple that they both have. Okay, so let's try one. All right, say if I want to find the lowest common multiple between my 5 times tables and 9 times tables. So let's find what's the lowest common multiple that they have. Now, remembering, I want you to write them out until you get to 10 times. So let's start. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Now that's 5 times 10, so let's stop there. Okay, let's do our 9 times tables. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, and 90. Alrighty, so now we need to go through and find what is my lowest common multiple. What is the lowest number that my 5 and my 9 times tables have in common? So 5 and 9 aren't the same, and we've got to go through. We should be able to see this. Now, a clue here, if we're looking at our 5 times tables, I'm looking for the first number in my 9s that ends in 0 or 5. So nope, 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 36 doesn't. 45, yes. So if I look here, my lowest common multiple between 5 and 9 would be 45. Okay, that's what we're looking at, the lowest common multiple, the smallest number they both have in common. Okay, so let's go a little bit further down, okay, and let's do a little bit trickier question. Find the lowest common multiple of 4, 3, and 6. Okay, so let's start with our 4s then. Okay, we need to list out our numbers. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. And remember, I stop at my 10 times, so let's stop there. Okay, let's do our 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. And then if we do our 6 times tables, that's 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Okay, so now we need to go through and look at what is the lowest common multiple between my 4, my 3, and my 6 times tables. So let's start at our 4 times 1, 3 times 1, 6 times 1? No, they're not the same. 4 times 2 is 8, 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 1. Okay, so these two are in common, but that's not there in the 4 times. So let's go to our next one. Okay, here we go. So now we should be able to see, okay, 4 times 3 is 12. So the reverse of that, the inverse, 3 times 4 is also 12. 6 times 2 is 12. So our lowest common multiple would be 12. Now, in your test, you may get asked what are the lowest two common multiples. So we need to go through and have a look at what's our next most common number. And I should be able to see that 24 goes in both of those. So 24 is the next common multiple. Okay, hopefully that clarifies what multiples are for you boys and what an LCM is.